think we're live. Alright, what's up guys? I am trying out something new here. This is like a tech test, kind of like one of the first time I did the FPV flight sim. Just seeing if all this is going to work out technically, and if this is something I enjoy doing. If you've been around for the channel and you're seeing this as someone who's subscribed to the channel, I know I haven't done much gaming stuff before, but this is just what I'm into right now. So it started with 3D printing and then moved to drones, and I'm still very much into both of those things, but for right now, this is something I'm doing a lot, and I just want to make content around, or just, yeah, see what I can do with this. So this is my first trial at this. I got a couple ideas to kind of just kick around, and I've got kind of a storyline I want to follow for this stream. I'm going to be trying to go out into the black zone and make the amount of money that I'm currently wearing, and then just continue to explore the black zone. So if you're not familiar with this game, I'll talk about it a little bit more, but for those of you who are familiar with this, who that means anything to, I've never been anywhere outside of like just this first portal in the black zone. So I just want to explore these other areas, and I want to do so in a way which I'm not actually losing money. So if I go here, grind for hopefully like 15-20 minutes, I can make as much money as I'm wearing. It might take an hour to do that, but we'll see. Sometimes you'll get lucky. And then basically I'll have that money banked so that if I end up dying, I'm not actually losing gold on this hour or two that I'm about to play. Hopefully that makes sense. So this is where I'm currently operating out of as Bridgewatch. I've tried a lot of different content in this game just to find out like what I personally like. I've tried a couple of different weapons, again, just to find out what I personally like. I know that there's like a lot of websites and things that can tell you like what's the optimal and most viable for like this current patch and the current meta and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, I don't see myself taking this game super competitively, so I'm just trying to figure out the things that I like to do. I've tried a couple things like farming and some more of the like the more passive income, but I really love just running like solo dungeons, and I've recently just started kind of ratting out corrupted dungeons, meaning going into the PvP area and just doing it for PvP content, and if someone tries to come and kill me, then I just yeah, try to escape just to make money. It's been fun for me. Eventually I'll get into the fighting once I understand the gear better and find a weapon that I think I can do both PvE and PvP with pretty easily. But for ratting dungeons, I found this build, which is basically the same thing that I leveled my mace with, but just switching out the mace with these bear claws. Which, yeah, there's a little bit more movement, speed, and jump with this, so I've been liking this build for kind of ratting corrupted dungeon. So let's go ahead and jump into the black zone and see. I need to make a guide. I think I even put a video out saying I need to make a guide on like how to do the black zone safely, because I can do this tile and feel like 100% safe. I can't tell you the last time I died out here. The first like 3 times I came out here, it just died immediately. This guy's lagging out. But ever since then, I've been pretty safe. I might have died 1 time after that to a group of gankers, but usually what I'm doing is just going and doing these green dungeons because they're pretty safe and decent loot. But the corrupted dungeons are definitely better loot. I just got a legendary chest from them like yesterday. It was like almost 1 million, and that was like 10 minutes of clearing out 1 dungeon. So the chances of getting things that are better are much higher in these dungeons. And basically this is entering a PvP zone. There's a couple different levels, but out here, oh, there's one higher. So I've been doing the Stalker level. Slayer, what do you need? Oh, I need to get actually my fame or whatever up higher. So I'll just keep doing what I'm doing, the Stalker difficulty. But yeah, entering this, and then you guys will see that this is just a PvE dungeon that kind of puts you in a queue to do PvP. It's kind of a 1v1 situation, but there's these crystals that you can break that allow you to get out of it, so you don't actually have to fight the person as long as you route appropriately and have enough movement speed to get around and stuff. I really should have switched my boots, but hopefully we'll hit jackpot here soon, and then I can go back and switch boots and go roam the rest of the black zone. So again, I'm just doing this to make sure that I don't lose money. It's kind of my first rule anytime I'm playing this game. Just don't lose money when I log on. As long as I end the night with more than I started, then that's a win for me. I'm in a decent spot for money. I think right now I have like, yeah, 8.6 mil on me and a couple mil more in chest and stuff. But yeah, I just want to keep growing my bankroll so that I can do more and more dumb stuff and see what I can get away with. I've been playing this game for maybe 2 months, but I've put a good amount of time in. Me and my cousin have been having a lot of fun playing this, so this is where a lot of my free time has been going. But yeah, let me just double check everything on the stream is working, volume has been going. But yeah, okay. Yeah, it sounds fine. So, just working out the kinks with this stream. If someone wants to jump in here into chat and say what's up, feel free. If you want to talk about anything besides, you know, Albion, some of the other stuff that I've done on this channel, I'm happy to do that. This is a pretty chill game for the most part. And I'm not going to spend too much time explaining everything unless there's like new people who are coming that I have questions. Because I'm assuming if you're watching this game, you've probably seen at least this much content, but maybe not. Maybe you're new like me and just wanting to figure all this stuff out, because that's kind of where I'm at. I watched a lot of other YouTubers make content for this game and try to like tell me exactly what's best. But again, it's not so much like what's optimal, it's like what do I enjoy the most. And currently what I'm enjoying is ratting out these corrupted dungeons. So I think they need to patch this. I think that these should be more focused on the PvP, kind of like the Alligates are. If you guys have done those, which hopefully on Monday nights I'll be able to do that with my cousin. But yeah, those are much more focused on just like the 2v2 fighting than it is actually getting any loot from the monsters. And I think that's how these solo ones should be, but for the time being, the money on these are really good, so I'm going to take advantage of it. Yeah, my background is in kind of League of Legends. I've been playing that game since Season 3. I think they're in like Season 10 or 11 or something. So this like top-down RTS style with abilities, like basically what the combat of this game is based off of is League. So I feel pretty comfortable in here, but with most of these games it just comes down to like abilities and weapon knowledge, which I'm still very new at, because I haven't done a ton of 1v1ing. Yeah, so just learning. I usually try to play the arena just so I can see like different builds and what's out there. I personally really gravitated towards the mace, just because it has good 1v1 potential, and it has movement, and it has CC, all things that I really like in League of Legends as well. So that's why I gravitated towards the mace, but I think the axe is better suited for kind of what I'm doing here, which is just, like I said, ratting out these corrupted dungeons. You have a little bit more movement speed and can clear these mobs a little bit easier with the bleed that you put on everyone. And also the single target damage seems higher with the attack speed buff that I have on the W here. So I guess I can run through the build maybe once I finish this corrupted dungeon. If you like it and you're stuck around, I'll show you the build. Just so I don't have to stop. My current goal right now is just to get to kill enough things to get this to 500. So every time you kill a mobster or a mob, it gives you a percentage or some number of like your points for the dungeon or whatever. You just want to get that up to 500, and then it spawns like the main boss. But you want to route in these appropriately, so that you are getting the chest, because there's 3 chests as well. And for me, it's kind of hard to explain where those chests spawn. Just as you run these more, you get a better feel for it. Once I finish this pack. Oops. I'll show you guys the map books. So it's usually like solo dots like this, but one off like this I know is like not a boss. I think I might have done 2 already, because I only see this other one over here. I can't remember if there was one here. I think there was one here. So it was like a boss with the chest here, boss with the chest here, and there'll be a boss with the chest there. But not at this one. And that's just like from running the map, you kind of get an idea of the layouts and stuff. There's quite a few layouts. I would say like 8 to 10 maybe. So after you do it for a while, you'll start to learn all the layouts. Just like the solo dungeons. I pretty much know those inside and out at this point because I ran those for the first like month and a half. That's like all I did was run green solo dungeons in like tier 4, 5, 6, and 7. Just testing out best way to get loot, how much money I'm willing to risk, all that kind of stuff. But it's pretty rare that I die because I do try to play safe, as I might die here. But it's rare that I die to players, just because I try not to put myself in risky situations. Definitely happens, and it might happen today as I'm trying to do more risky stuff, but we'll see. So far not doing too good on making enough money to cover this set, so hopefully we get some good money out of the boss here. Or I might have to go down another level or two, which is fine. Try to pick up my speed here. Usually while I'm doing this, I'm just like chilling out watching podcasts or talking to friends or something. I'm not usually so focused on commentating. So I do feel like I'm slowing down. Like right now, I shouldn't actually be killing any of that stuff. I should just be running through the boss to get to that mini boss.
Nothing stands in my way.
He doesn't matter. I want to use my poison, but it's still on cooldown. It's okay. I think this set is mostly, yeah, it started at 5.1. Most of this stuff, it was kind of whatever I just had in my bag. So some of it is tier 4. And then I upgraded the axes. I think I killed someone who had slightly better axes than I had at the time. But yeah, I know League is going to be releasing a game like this, and Lost Ark is another game that I've been following since like high school, waiting for it to come out. So I was excited when I found this game about 2 months ago. I think I originally saw it, but I saw that it was like a monthly paid subscription thing. I'm usually not a big fan of those because I don't stick to one thing for long enough for it to be worth it. But with this being free, thought I'd try it. Got my cousin into it, and yeah, we're having a good amount of fun. It's a nice little pickup. So I'm looking at this number down here, so I'm looking at like 40,000. I need to do a lot better than that. But we're only a couple minutes in, so I can hopefully pick up the speed for the next one. And you'll see, like, this is the black zone. Like, this is supposed to be quote-unquote the most dangerous zone in the game. Yeah, zone in the game. And I just had someone for the first time yesterday actually come in here and try to kill me. I think most people who are doing this, I don't know how, like, the queues work, if it's a certain range or whatever. But I've had pretty good luck with not a lot of people coming in here, so usually, as long as you're like not dilly-dallying, you're usually able to do this without anyone bothering you. And I think this is the only boss. No, there's 2 bosses actually. Oops, walk back into it. There's 2 bosses that can spawn here in the middle. If I start getting low, I'll use a potion. So you just learn the rotations, and you can dodge out on most of their damage. They're not too bad. What color are we looking at? Blue. Yeah, we're going down some more. So we have 50,000 plus 22 bags, so like 70,000. So at this rate, we'll need to do 3 floors, but hopefully this next floor we get lucky. And we can just dip out of here a little early. Jeez, I forgot it was 350,000 that we're trying to get to. Sorry, I really haven't done this much talking. I had a couple of calls for work today. So my voice might go out on me here in a little bit. But I see most people making content for this game are just like put music as a layover and don't like talk or have any personality. So that's what I'm hoping to bring to this. There definitely are YouTubers obviously like making good content for this game, but I just wanted to try my hand at it. I'm, one, enjoying the game quite a bit, but just think that it'd be fun to grow a community around gaming. I want to try a variety of games, but I just think that this has like a pretty tight-knit community, so it'd be pretty fun instead of doing something like Warzone or, you know, one of the other like hugely popular games where it's probably hard to like make a name for yourself or make a community. I think something like this will be a little bit more successful at. And also the videos that I've already put out on the channel are doing better than I would have expected, so that's what's got my attention. I've been out of town for a couple of weeks and we've been traveling a little bit more as of recently, so don't know if I'll be super consistent with streaming this game, but yeah, I mean, if it's just going to be chill like this, maybe one or two people will jump in here and just chat with them. I got a couple friends who are doing that kind of inspired me to just try my hand at it. I think for Battlefield 2, I'll have a couple of my friends and my brother possibly, and my cousin playing that game, and I think with all of us together, we can get goofy, so I just think capturing some of those moments, even just for my own memories, will be fun. And then if other people get a kick out of it too, I mean, that's just a huge bonus. So we'll see how all that goes. But we like games where you can just be creative, and a lot of us have FPS backgrounds, so I think that new Battlefield with the Portal, which is basically like Forge from Halo, at least what it sounds like, should be a fun time. So yeah, I've played a pretty wide variety of games in my gaming career. So I'm good with both keyboard or controller. I don't play that much controller games anymore. I think Rocket League was the last thing I was playing kind of intensely with the controller. So I'm a little rusty as far as like first-person shooters go with the controller, but yeah, if there's a game out there, if there's a community that like people watching my videos that you guys want to try or whatever, like I'm down to switch it up. I really just game for like hanging out with friends. It's pretty rare that I play something solo. Like, I don't play a lot of single player games. I play this and do a good amount of solo content here, but it's so that when I do get on with my cousin, you know, we both have gold and resources to play around with. And this is a good like game, unlike League where you kind of have to commit to it for like 30 minutes to an hour. This is a good game where I can like pop on for, you know, whatever amount of time. Like if I wanted to leave right now, I could. It takes a while to get out of these dungeons specifically, so that's why I was doing the solo dungeons, because I could just like go until I was needed to leave or whatever, and then just pop out of them pretty quickly. But yeah, even getting out of these dungeons, I mean, you can finish them probably most of the time before you actually can leave them, just by trying to A out, or using, I switched to space, but yeah. You can usually get done with them pretty quick, like 10-15 minutes I would say, most of the time. I feel like I'm being a little slow right now, just because I'm talking, but it is what it is. But yeah, I've tried a lot of different content to see what's worth like making money, and especially as like a two-man squad. It's usually just me and my cousin playing this game. We've tried Hellgates, we've tried to do some solo dungeons, but I don't think we're famed up enough in the right type of gear to solo dungeons, or to duo group dungeons rather. It was like, we did it yesterday and it took way too long. It was like an hour for one. And at like 60 grand a pop. It's like, yeah, I don't think this is the best way to make money. Oh, this is another one of those boss areas. One dude get a chest. This one's blue. And there we go. That's what I'm talking about. So a little bit better luck. Alright, 107. Have about 2 hours to kill right now, so hoping I can get just roaming around the black zone, and like I said, even if I die immediately, that's cool. With me, I'll just know, okay, it's super dangerous out there, I need to take more than just like base level stuff. And I'll probably even just take like a 4.2 set of exactly what I have on now, instead of the 5.1, which most of this is. I honestly don't know like how much of a difference the tier armor and weapons make. I've been trying to test it out, and like you can kind of feel it, but it's not like it feels like a huge difference. But recently what I've been doing is just saving any crafting resources I get, and then crafting the weapon. So this weapon was a 5 flat, and then I just had enough resources from saving all those crafting resources to upgrade it myself. Like all of this stuff that you get a bunch of while doing these. So I didn't actually spend, well yeah, and again that's another thing I should look at, is maybe selling those and then buying the higher tier, but I think most of the time that's not worth. But it's not actually things that I've tested, it's just kind of what I've been doing. Part of, I think, live streaming this is if I am getting questions, or just as I'm talking a lot more, trying to commentate and just get my thoughts out there, I'll start to test some more of that stuff. Because I see a lot of the videos of like doing 100 corrupted dungeons, doing 100 solo dungeons, but I don't see like the same creators doing that stuff necessarily. So I have an idea to just like go to a new town, use their bank, or just get a new bank tab, honestly, at Bridgewatch, and then go do some of that content and see like what of 100 dungeons in tier 4, 5, 6 look like how much loot are you going to actually get from them, those types of things, like actual tests, and then tracking, just try to track as much as I can, like time of day, colored chests that I'm getting, time that it's taking me per dungeon. So I want to find kind of a slick way to do that on the fly, so I can kind of just maybe even create like a Google questionnaire for myself. That's not a bad idea. So I can just click a couple of boxes, hit submit, and then once I get to 100, we'll know, yeah, some data. That's probably what I'll do. That's really smart, actually. I like that idea. Nice. Nice little pickup from a little secret chest. So this poison that I have on my D from my mage cowl, it once you activate it, it lasts for 15 seconds, but the cooldown starts immediately. So usually as I'm running at the final boss, I try to activate it when I'm like 15 seconds out. That way I can use it and get the cooldown faster. And those are the two pieces of gear that I switch if I do get invaded, which again, level 2, and I haven't gotten invaded yet, which is nice. There's that one. Nice. That hurt. I'm gonna throw a pot at this guy, so I don't want to die before he does. Make a little extra damage on. Just need to focus a lot more on dodging. Can't afford to get hit much anymore. Sorry, focus. So the two things that I switch out is this mage cowl. I switch to this kick in case they do get too close to me and kick them away, and then this I turn to invisibility instead of this armor, just so I can make some sneaky plays. Ooh, purple. Let's hope that this is good. Yeah. Sorry. How many bags did I get? 42. Okay, that's actually made up for it. 73. So we're almost there. We'll do one more level, and then we'll be there. So again, just trying not to lose money. But yeah, this is a black zone. Pretty chill. Pretty easy with these bear claws to clear all this stuff. Maybe I will get invaded this time anyways. We'll either see me die or escape. But just trying to identify where the chests are and the route that I'm taking. So I'm going to head here, take a left, go down here. This is one guy with a chest. Go to this bunch with a chest. And then work my way all the way to this guy with the chest. Backtrack. And then go to the final boss. By that time I should be at 500 points over here as well. Obviously stopping and picking up 30k anytime you see it. Those are just like little hidden chests. They're not even hidden, they're just highlighted in white. But little extra chests along the way. They usually just drop like crafting resources, and every once in a while you get a good drop like that. There's another 30, which puts us nice and close to our goal. Yeah, the faster you do this, obviously, the less chance you have of someone invading you. I thought it was like once you got to 90%, you were safe from being invaded, but if you invaded even after the final boss is spawned, I don't know if that was a glitch because it only happened once, but I never really feel safe until that final boss is spawned, and then I'll stop killing stuff. So yeah, I don't know. The first couple of times I did this, I was like super on edge and like was antsy about it. But now that I've done it a couple of times, it's like, yeah, it's really not that stressful. Even running away, even dying to somebody, it's like whatever. Like you make so much money before, like the ratio is very much so in your favor. Because I could have left at any point and just banked the money that I have. I used to, like when I first started coming up to the black zone, if I made 100k from doing the green solo dungeons, I would just go back to base because it's so close as well. That's one reason I like the black zone or red zone in Caerleon, is just because it's so close to home. Like you usually only have to go one or a couple of tiles to get back to safety. It's not like doing the red zone from Bridgewatch, which is like you gotta go forever. If you take one of the tunnels, there's probably going to be a group down there ganking. Like, they're just running into so many problems doing it that way. Sorry, I forgot what I was doing. So we're going this way. But yeah, like I said, I like to play safe. My #1 rule is just don't lose money. It happens from time to time, but yeah, that's what I'm focused on not doing. So, again, that poison. Oh, here on D. So, I activated it, it's going on cooldown, and then up here you can see I have 7 seconds, 5 seconds, and I can jump on this guy, hit him, and he'll be poisoned, and the cooldown is about half of what it would be if I activated it right as I started fighting him. So, I really like that. Cool tip. It's not like, you know, a crazy amount of extra damage, but it is something. I feel like any little bit helps, especially when you aren't running just like tier 8 and blow through everything. So again, activate it, run in. Yeah, it's not like I know a ton about this game, but just trying to find ways to be efficient. Again, really just focusing on what do I find the most enjoyable, and hoping by putting that content out into YouTube I'll find other people, because I tried like LFGs, I've tried to like read the recruit tab and find other group members, and I friended a couple of people on here that are pretty cool and that play pretty often, but no one really does the type of content that I like. So I'm hoping if I'm making YouTube videos about it, there will be people who like the same type of content. I want to try the stuff that I'm doing at least, and then it's and then I'll have people to play with. That's the main goal. Like I said, I like doing this as like a social thing more than just like spending a bunch of time alone doing this type of stuff. And I want to partake in like some of the bigger content, but again, I haven't really found a group that I enjoy doing that stuff with. Ooh, nice. So like the 5v5 Hellgates, 10v10 Hellgates, and then even some of the faction warfare stuff, like to do that in the red zone, I think good, you need pretty good communication. So I'm trying to find something or create something there that will be enjoyable. I always get scared when I get low health and it starts to turn red. I think someone's invading me. Blue chest. These are fine. 9 bags. 82. We're very close, if not there. Is it 360? 350? Yeah, we're real close. So, this should be the last one I have to do. Let's not forget where we're going. We're going to continue on this way to this chest now. This guy. And I'll probably end up making more than the stuff that I'm wearing is worth. Because I'm also not counting gold that I'm picking up, which is a substantial amount in these corrupted zones. I think it's like close to 300 per mob I kill. What's that? 291 plus 146 plus 100. So I got like 500 gold every time I kill something, which is nice. Not every time. I see some of these smaller mobs only give like 100 gold. We're real close to our 500 over here, so hopefully we won't get invaded. We'll just skate up out of here. I feel like that's cursing myself. So reset that here. Alright, there we go. So I believe we're in my safe from getting invaded, but yes. So I'm just gonna heal up here and then just run straight to this guy. I don't need to fight all these things. There's a white chest here. I've thought about like if it's worth it for the fame just to kill everything. But gosh, I still don't know how to use the jump on this. But I don't think it is. I think just getting the chest and getting out, especially since I'm mostly focused on getting gold at this point. I'm not super focused on the fame farming. I have tier 8 mace that I can use, but I don't think mace is the greatest for like solo PvE stuff. I heard it's decent in this corrupted dungeon for actually killing people and not just like ratting out. But yeah, oh. I don't see a huge need for me to have tier 8 in anything. Like I know you do more damage and all that good stuff, but I don't have any tier 8 weapons at the moment just because I don't see a reason I would use one. I'm not doing any like yellow zone content at the moment that I would find that helpful for. So most of the stuff that I'm using is 4.2 or 5.1. Which I think essentially is like pretty close to the same thing. Green. Not bad. Very green chest. So that's, yeah, we're definitely over. So we'll finish this boss, get up out of here. We'll go this way, see if there's any more white chest that we might have missed. Those things. I'll kill this stuff if it doesn't take too much energy. Activate my D, which I could have done much earlier. Sometimes at the end though, there's like one of those guys that will pull you back. I'll accidentally auto them, so then I just use my poison on the wrong thing. I feel like there's probably a more optimal way to fight these guys as well, especially like with this kit, but this is the way I do it, just run around them in circles. Usually weave one auto in between each one of those fireballs he puts on the ground. Not taking damage. But yeah, that's way more what this is about. Just not taking damage over trying to like max your damage. You'll see, like, I'll save my potion. I don't need to use it on this guy because I got plenty of health. Once I start taking a bunch of health, I'll use the potion just to kill him a little bit faster so I don't have to worry about it as much. These aren't super expensive, but they're expensive enough where I try to be conservative with them. And these are the potions I'm talking about, just tier 6, and yeah, they're like 10,000 a pop. Blue, 10,000. Ooh, even with this map, it's only 10,000. That's not, but another 12 in bags, so we're good. We'll go to the surface. We hit our goal, 400k, and our outfit's only 350, so we'll go back. And I might just bank all this stuff. But yeah, see, we're so close to this portal getting back. We have a bubble when we come out, and then this will only last a short amount of time, but then we'll have a bubble again when we get close. Oops, don't want to be running into mobs. So yeah, now that we have that banked up, I'm just gonna roam, I think out to the tier 7 area and see what that looks like and how much more loot I can get out that way. Tier 7 black zone. If I get ganked right away, then I'll know, okay, it's too dangerous, but if I can get out there safely and get back, then that might be the new thing I'd be doing for money. Yeah. So I'm going to create a new bank tab. I don't know how expensive it is, but that's worth it just for experimenting. So we'll call this tier 6 black zone. Corrupted. Oh, can't fit all that. Tier 6 black zone. We'll say it's a chest. Pay our money. And then here, I'm just gonna throw all this stuff in here so I know where it came from. I think when I do, like, I want to do 100 of those and just see percentage-wise like what's worth it. But yeah, we'll just go with the set we have on now. I'll grab another poison. Oh, my God. I should repair my gear. I think it did go down actually once. 1,000. That's nothing. I probably should have done that before I banked everything because there's probably stuff in there that got damaged, but whatever. So yeah, this game is cool. I like the old like one server thing that it's got going on. And it's pretty chill. Like when you're playing this with other people, you can talk and do whatever. So the plan is, once we get out here, get some of this ability juice. The plan is to go this way. So I'll go out here. I kind of want to check out what that is, but I think it's just a static dungeon. Oh, suited for 1 to 2 players. Interesting. I'll have to check that out with Dave. I'll go peek at that, see what that is, and then I want to get to this area, tier 7, and see if we can't find some corrupted zones over there. Yeah, just to see if the loot is actually that much better. Worth the risk, I guess, of going out this way. It's not, well, yeah, I don't know how risky it is, that's why we're experimenting, but it's just a time too. Like, I hate the fact that I'm riding out here. Like, I could get better mounts and stuff, which might help, instead of just a regular tier 5 riding horse. But that's more money. Do I want to, like, risk it more? I could get a bear. I did have a polar bear at one point. I was riding around out here, but I was like, that's really dumb, because if we get killed inside of a corrupted dungeon, or even a solo dungeon, like, that bear is not going to help me. So that would have been, like, whatever, 5 to 8k, how much ever one of those stupid things are. Okay, so I kind of thought that there was potions out this way that might help me, but doesn't look like it. There's green. There's a yellow dungeon. Don't want to get too caught up. There's a lot of these dungeons out here, so even if it's more densely populated, that would be interesting. Just want to see what this area looks like, because I honestly have no idea what this is. Some skeletons. Yeah, I don't know what this is all about. Says the chest is right here. This is that area on the map, right? Oh no, I went the wrong direction. Okay. My bad. It's funny because Molly was yelling at my cousin to read the map, and here I am, not reading the map. But yeah, it seems pretty dead out here. I don't know what all this means. Oh, interesting. There's like battles for this zone. I really know nothing about the black zone. I don't know much outside of solo dungeons. My biggest thing was like make enough money for I can get premium, and now I can get premium pretty easily, so I'm not too worried about that anymore. Oh, can't use that yet. Okay, I want to go south. South, not northeast. This tile I'm pretty comfortable with. Like I said, I come out here most of the time because I'm about to die. Because of how close you are to the portal back to Bridgewatch, this big thing. And you can come out here, and if there's like even gankers just waiting for you there, you can go back in because you get a bubble, and the bubble will last long enough for you to get back home without worrying too much. Come on, don't despawn me, thank you. Just be a little bit smarter. Or not. Sheesh. Glad that guy doesn't aggro me. And we're healing, which is good. So yeah, try to make it down here. Seeing some people pop in and pop out. I don't know if that's because this isn't exactly what they're expecting on my channel, or if I'm not entertaining enough for them, which is fine. Alright, so let's go check out. Someone did die here recently. Keep that in the back of our minds. Should probably not be running around with a half health horse, but it is what it is. I do a better job of dodging. Reading our map, constantly checking my edges in case I do see a name, especially someone on foot. It's probably big danger to us. Oh, this area is kind of dope. Are they attacking? Yep. Okay. I don't know what that's all about. That's kind of cool. Maybe that's how you get a hideout? Defeat one of those? Like I said, I honestly have no idea. So this is the kind of content I'm looking to get to know a little bit better. Some of the higher risky stuff where if I lose sets I won't be crushed because I have enough money to cover myself, and I'll have enough fame in certain weapons to like fully understand the kits. Yeah. So check this out. I want to read what this said again because it said something about like upper and lower areas, and I don't know if that just means this area is suitable for 1 to 2 players. Ooh, doesn't look like I'm serious. Let's go ahead and try this real quick. See if there's anything worthwhile in this chest. Okay. Okay. I don't know how much fame these guys are given. I wasn't tracking that. Let's see once we kill these guys here. Only annoying part of that is if you're trying to stay next to your mount like I am, just in case someone else comes over here. Getting on and off is going to be kind of a pain. Alright. So not worth killing them unless there's some type of chest around. I don't know if that was a fluke. Let's see what's in this chest normally. Yeah, I guess you really don't want to go down here either. So being a little bit smarter. I'm not even getting this well. Something I should be practicing. Yeah, okay, that's what I'm expecting for most of these. I'm not 100k. These guys don't have a chest. Let's get those guys. Those guys. So that was probably just a really lucky pull. I'm assuming that most of the time it's going to be garbage like that. So, don't think that this is worth doing. But let's pop our head down here. Oh, this looks cool. I'm assuming this is the area where you're going to want a group. Oh my gosh. Okay. For 3 to 5 people. Just read it again before I just die. Yeah, 3 to 5. The above ground is suited for 1 to 2. So, I'm not even gonna attempt it. Well, let me go poke one of these guys. How much damage I can do. Oh, I'm actually doing better than I was in the solo dungeon, or the group dungeons. This feels like a bad idea just because I can get trapped in here a lot easier. Like I don't have the horse to get away, but this kit is kind of around. Just running away rather. I'm actually gonna switch these two for now, just in case. So I seem like I'm doing plenty of damage without them. So this is just a static dungeon, it looks like. I haven't done too many of these. There's one right outside of Bridgemarsh that we've run a couple of times. And actually, I'm going to de-aggro these guys from now because I don't want to die. Well, let's just keep this the same. If we die, we die. Whatever. That's the whole point of being out here. We already have our stuff covered financially, so not that big of a deal. Should just be focusing on one of these guys. If I put the aggro, at least one of them will be dead. Try to get two, that seems greedy. Get out and heal. Yeah, this isn't worth it. I hate doing this where you have to like de-aggro and stuff. Maybe with Great Axe or something where I could heal a better setup. Sorry, I thought I was hearing other footsteps. Freaking out for a second. Gonna finish this pull just because. But this is not a good use of my time. We're doing corrupted dungeons. are a lot safer. There was a blue portal, so I'm curious to check that out. This guy hits hard. Really don't want to use a potion on him. Oh, okay, that's not good. Right. Not worth. Good to know. It's a cool map, though. So yeah, maybe if I had a group, it'd be fun to run through here. So if anyone watches this and wants to do this kind of content, wants to help me do this kind of content, please comment, let me know. There was a blue dungeon up here. Let's see what this is all about. Okay, so this looks more like this group dungeons with no map. I feel like I'm doing less damage to this guy. Again, I can't see how this is profitable. This is just taking way too long to kill one thing. Pick up Great Axe. Might be able to try some of this stuff with these bear paws. I'm not even going to continue. Just going to call it there. But this is what this whole stream is about, just learning what I can and cannot do out here in this black zone. It seems pretty chill so far. I mean, I haven't seen anyone else. Maybe the first person I see might just murder me, but that, again, is a risk I'm willing to take right now. Let's see how we can get out of here. Ow. I have lots of good skinning out here too. I don't know how that's the one crafting thing that I have been leveling up is skinning, but I don't know how much I actually want to do that out here. I feel like running around with all of that, just pretty exposed, because you're going to want to wear like a skinning outfit, and those aren't the greatest at getting away. Oh boy. Nice job. Alright. Yeah, I don't know if it's the time that I'm on or what, but this is pretty dead out here. Is this a chest? Okay. Huh. I've never seen that before. Glowing yellow log or something. Just make a mental note of that. So this will be tier 7 zone. There's a corrupted right there. That's tempting. Want to do a solo dungeon if possible. Nice. I'm gonna get my mic so you guys can't hear the call that's going on in the background. Alright. We're all set up for this. So I don't even really have a good base for what it would look like doing it with the bear claws, because I don't do so many usually use the mace. That's how I got to tier 8. I just don't have a good baseline. I don't have anything that's tracked. I don't have any actual data. I can just go off like gut feeling. My hope would be like 200 levels. Just that would be really see the boss fights with these bear claws, and that's not something I've done yet. And then I'll go do it and then probably be done for tonight. So I feel like that's a good amount of experimenting. So I have another interruption. That's fine. I have to be somewhat careful. I started the last solo dungeon build I was using was Mace with plate armor, so it was pretty tanky. I was able to clear stuff out pretty quickly because it was like, I was like tier 7, 7-1, 7-2 or something like that. So I was able to clear like pretty quick. Just gotta remind myself that I think this is. Most bosses in this game are just
I needed assistance.
the books actually do damage. I just never respect them.
Research material. Assistant. Interesting.
So much harder. I'm wondering now if doing corrupted is even. I'm gonna do it, but I don't know if it's a good idea. Because if the mobs are gonna be so much harder. That final boss, I still get low sometimes. So I'm trying to do it when it's hitting 2 zones or 2 tiers higher. Might not be great in 5.2, 5.1, 5.2. Definitely think it would be just so big it's there. I'm gonna walk 2 zones. I guess maybe I'll go a little bit braver and bring a nicer mount, but having a nicer mount is so that much more when you die outside of a corrupted. Literally be days of playing just to make up that one mistake, so I don't quite think I'm ready to. It's just like, it's not anymore fun. Like, the risk is there, either. Like, it's so much more a risk just to do that first zone outside of the black zone. Or outside of the portal, rather. And the reward is pretty high. Like I said, I've hit a jackpot once and made like 800k out of one corrupted chest. Whatever. I definitely got screwed. Not screwed, but I definitely got lower. Those chests, so say every 1 out of 10. That 1 out of 10 being the zone that's closer to town, lower risk. The jackpot be smaller, then the super high risk and the jackpot also be super high. I don't know. The fun factor is the one that I'm trying to account for, not just anything as well. That's all stuff I gotta figure out. But yeah, these guys slapping me. other thing I thought of doing is trying to clear builds like as close as possible to League of Legends characters. The idea came from I had some League friends that I wanted to try and play this. I just set them up with the build that's implemented. But that would be interesting, and it might get other people into this game as well. Can't think of it's kind of feels like Kane's Q. You don't get the little movement thing that like splash around your areas. Almost exactly what it's someone's done that already. I like how
my mistress.
I like how he's using what he's learned here and applying it. That's like a much bigger time sink too. But with the league does release their cartridges thing, basically just applying what I'm learning in this game. I also don't like the crazy marketplace or a lot of the game mechanics of this one, but I think it's really good fighting. Yeah, I don't know like at all what it's going to be like. That can just be nice. One-off type of, not like an open world. So, I don't know.
The pain.
In comparison to this game.
What pleasure.
Yeah. 100k. Like 1.5 or 110k plus maybe another 5k from gold off the ground. Not horrible, but again, it's just not horrible. The amount of time doesn't increase the fun that I'm having that much. It's a little bit more stressful being out here, just because I'm not as comfortable with it. Obviously, the more I'm out here, the more comfortable I get with it. Again, it's not interested in me, so that's good. PK over by the bank. That's good. Let's see if we can't find a corrupted dungeon. Close, hopefully. Close line to Slayer. I'm not getting much response just because I'm ratting these and I'm actually killing people. But I'm not sure, maybe it just takes a long time to get to that next level. Let's hope we don't get invaded immediately. So, go here, here, and here. Start by going farthest out of the way. Slayer difficulty, just Slayer difficulty, it doesn't matter actually, what tier zone when I think about that. Yeah, no, it's possible that's Slayer. Weakening. That's map shaking. Okay. I'm pretty sure that's how these work, so it's not worth coming out to a higher zone to do corrupted zones. Or corrupted dungeons, rather. It's all learning. I should look at these chests and see what the bonus is actually. Yeah, the next chest I open will be a good tell. These guys feel exactly the same. They're going harder. You guys saw on the screen. Gold is, I think, almost exactly the same as well. I could be down here. I'm trying to find myself what we're doing right outside of the gate. say anything about the zone. 256 plus 50, I think is. Well, this is premium. 256 zone bonus. But I think that's just black. It's not tier of zone. And do a maybe we'll watch the replay or just rip zone bonus is very possible getting earlier. Yeah, I'm surprised that you don't just get people queued in here like immediately. Like most of the time I'm able to get out without having to fight. I think that's gonna like I want to find a series that I can do in this game, kind of like an ongoing thing. I think that's gonna be one of them that I test. They're just like not like the blades and stuff. I don't know, trying to make it as much as I can. Just get somebody and somebody can upgrade. This game, like if we do get really into Battlefield, something to do, just like they basically give away their whole day. Or do something that's just like so risky that like 9 times out of 10 I'm going to die, but maybe full armor would be fun, like good content or something. I think I would have made more money if I just stayed doing corrupted dungeons this whole time, but again, that's not all this game or this stream is about. It's just like strictly making money. That's the most profitable thing. I think I'm pretty sure that as far as solo content, doing corrupted dungeons is probably the best. Otherwise, around that, solo dungeons. So I think just
how many must they go from this reality before they learn their place?
Finish this and watch this back to see how the audio, all that kind of fun stuff is, and try to do this a little bit more consistently. Even if I'm just coming on here and playing music or something. I want to find a way, obviously, to make things interesting and just keep doing this. Even if it's just recording or live streaming is better for me, so I don't use a bunch of computer memory for recording all this stuff. And it's already on YouTube. bags, 30 bags, 2 capes. Not bad. Would like to get home. I made almost $1 million in this. However long we've been going, hour and 10 minutes. Oh, that's another thing I want to talk about is my key bindings. Again, I'm trying to like set them up as close to these as possible. So instead of spacebar being my attack move key, I set it to A. That's a stop. Most of the keys, anyways, are set up pretty much like these. Just getting impatient, and I just did a huge chunk damage.
Not many yet. To see inconvenient.
Leave him alone for a second. Prioritizing people that are far use my shield there. Block some damage.
Unexpected. Yet your subjugation is inevitable.
Yeah, I'll take it. Half a million. Surface. I'm just trying to get home. Thing we can do and probably should get in the practice of is switching this anytime we come out of a dungeon. So if we do get dismounted, we have a little bit higher chance of surviving. Alright, there's 2 there's all groups out here just looking for easy payday. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. I don't know the next time I'm going to stream. I'm going to try and do Monday nights, just because that's when my cousin's available. But I'm going to make a Google sheet that I can just like quickly click a bunch of bubbles of like, yeah, the important stats that I want to track per each 100, so I just have a good data set to work off of. I could see what other people are doing in that area as well. I'm just assuming that they're just like throwing all their loot in a chest and calling it a day. But I want to get a little bit more granular than that. It doesn't take too much to set up one of those forums. And if that's successful, I can even make that available to anyone else who wants to do something else, like test a different zone or whatever. Obviously, there's a lot of variables that you could test. This is where I came in. No. Okay. Should we go north? Wait, right? Follow the road. Yes. I never even noticed that was there. Goes to a different spot. I'm gonna go bank all this, check out what that little cut through is. The only reason I'm somewhat nervous is because the one time I took one of those, I just died instantly to a group of gankers. Don't necessarily want to do that with half a mil on me. Starting to get lazy there. want to make a Google sheet of tracking that stuff. I want to double check. I'll do one more corrupted before I end the stream. I want to check if 256 is how much I was getting from this Zone 5 versus Zone 7 for corrupted. I'm pretty sure it's exactly the same. I don't think the tier zone that you're in matters. Oh yeah, that's cool. Being able to make $1 million in a little over an hour. Essentially, you can just play for 10 hours, make premium, doing it this way, which I don't mind. I think that's pretty chill. Good thing. New tab. Find the line. 800K plus 140. Well, a little less than $1 million, but basically $1 million in streaming for an hour and 20 minutes, and that hasn't been the most efficient. Alright, let's go back out there. Oh, which one boots actually?
Buying or selling?
That is expensive, but
My
actually
pleasure.
way more mobile with them. Escaping is a lot easier. This kid's now worth $500,000, so what we banked again still covers what we're wiring. No chance of losing money if I go out there and die now. Check that little cut through. 830. Probably call it this. Oh, whoops. Hopefully those. Well, they can't actually. They can't demon on me. Go this way. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know who will be watching this. I don't know if these are new people who've never seen this game before, so I can like make it try to break things down a little bit more, or if it's people who've been watching this game, just want to watch someone stream and see what other people are doing, how they're making money. So just figuring out whoever is gonna enjoy this kind of stuff and catering it more for you guys. Oh, it's just a straight cut through. I thought it was gonna have one of those little like areas you had to run through. Okay. Great eye. He's probably going to solo. Yeah, he's headed down here to solo that. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, alright. If I see a corrupted, I'll do it. Try to do it as fast as possible. I could just watch the stream back, but I'm kind of itching to do another one. Briefly. Maybe now that I see the boots out I like. Actually, I'm gonna go all the way down south and see if that drone is there. Alright, noted there's. Sometimes there's like a purple drone down here. I don't even know the official name, Sentinel drone or something like that. Killed it a couple times, got like $500,000. I'm usually invisible when I'm running over here, so I might do some dodging all this. I'm just gonna spawn like right here. Just walk side to side. Real quick.
In life, you torture Albion. In death, you feed it.
Oh no! Almost used my heart there. Reset up, so that would've been better. Those guys are good for fame. Guess loot, isn't it? Here, this for now. Drop this corruption. I'm up to 30. Oh, okay. I'm getting on it. Getting on it slowly but surely. Again, I'm sure kills make that go up way faster, but there's not even a... Oh, we haven't even had a chance to kill somebody. I mean, I guess we could queue for it, but I'm just not that confident in this bear claw killing people. We got one here, one here, one here, so we're right. Yeah, so this is how these boots work. You kind of charge them up and then armor and more immune to slows and stuff. These boots, that's only 30-second cooldown. Even boots are a minute cooldown. Sucks. Super. I also want to experiment with other foods. I've only used cabbage so far. Other like fish and some stuff. I don't know what any of that does though. Almonds good for cooldown. This is good for PvP. Hellgate stuff. Cabbage soup obviously kills you out of control. Nice. Little tip with this guy, stutter step, just to get these lava blobs to spawn areas. Usually stutter stepping anyways, just because you have a complete background, but I think it does help in this game. Keeping mobile. Just getting in place that I've already started the move command. It'll allow us to kill just to show you Albion's about watching the other videos I have. Best type of content to make right now. I made one video like how to download Albion, so like the first thing that I had was learning that you can play it on your phone and all that kind of stuff. Just a suggestion my editor had. Okay, that's okay with that. But a suggestion my editor had, my brother, to make videos like that, just to like help people who are new to the channel want to check it out, like understand how to do something. It's not always the most obvious thing to do, and we come from a background where we were doing education for people who weren't always the most tech savvy, so starting at like the most basic level, just how do I download this thing, sometimes helpful. Just because I really just don't know how to go. Once I get to my audience, I can do content that makes more sense. If I know my friends are watching this, is not how I would talk. Try to be a little bit more entertaining. But if I'm making content for people who are just trying to, just curious as I am, like what is the best thing to do in this situation? This is how I would talk about it. I might explain things a little bit more. Like explaining what all those little back things do. How I know which one's which. There are things that I'm not really thinking about, but I'm aware that is if you have those questions, feel free to leave them below. You already know all this stuff. Awesome. Great.
How many must I call before they learn their place?
These are just so profitable, man. I was happy doing single dungeons in the Black Zone. This tier 5 area, I made 100k per hour. So much faster royal boots. The other one I had on, I was just putting on because I didn't want to risk losing them. But I just see these as such a huge protection of assets. I don't know how to put it. Yeah, having these boots just allows you to escape so much easier. So it's almost, yeah. Again, risk versus reward. It's worth having these boots. They cost more, so you might lose more, but they're probably going to get you out of more situations than any other boot that I've played with, so it's worth. Just look how fast you can do this. Okay, so the speed of this one is that high. So yeah, because it's my boots, my F plus my W. 256? Maybe I read it wrong. Maybe it was 258. Alright, 258. Anyways, it's close enough. Yeah, I don't think doing this in a different zone, tier zone, is changing anything. So doing this in a tier 7 zone is the same as doing it in tier 5. It's safer and much quicker to get back to town, all that fun stuff. So that's what we learned today. Corrupted zones are beast. Out here in the black zone, I played for an hour and a half, didn't get invaded. Obviously it does not mean you're not going to get invaded. This whole kit that I have on is around being able to get around or away from somebody. Feels low risk, and it's the highest reward I've found. And the other part of it, like, one, it's still fun for me doing the corrupted zones. I'm working towards being able to do the next level of them, and maybe there'll be a lot more people invading and fighting and stuff. But maybe by then I'll be ready to do some fighting myself, because I'll have made, you know, a bunch of money from doing it. So it doesn't really feel like a grind. So it's fun, it doesn't feel like a grind, it's safe, and I can do it very quickly. Like, take one portal outside of Bridge Watch, get to the content I want, take one portal back, have the bubble like halfway there, and then just be able to bang all this stuff. This is the type of content I'm into, quick, easy type of stuff. Change the name of this from tier 6 and black zone. There's nothing in that matters, just a little corrupted. Or stalker corrupted. Yeah. Hour and a half, 1 million plus almost 200 bags. So that's what I like, that's what I've been doing. I'll probably sell all that stuff now, and then next stream start on the road of tracking what 100 of those looks like and what data points I'm going to care about, all that good stuff. But until then, I'll catch you guys later. If you've stuck around this long, if you've actually watched this thing, please leave a comment down below. Just tell me what's up. Tell me what you thought. I'm looking to build community here. I'm looking to interact with you guys. I'm not looking to just do this for no reason. I think having a small group of people that like to do the same kind of content that I do would be dope. So yeah, hit me up. Leave a like if you liked it. Leave a dislike if you didn't like it, so I'll know to do something different. That's a wrap.